Deep within the heart of the mountains, far from the restless hum of cities and the endless ribbons of roads, there once existed a village untouched by time. It's a place no one remembers the name of, a secret never betrayed by any map. But the few who stumbled upon it spoke of a place that felt like stepping 2 centuries into the past, a living memory of a forgotten world. The people of this village lived in perfect harmony with the cycles of nature, just as their ancestors had for generations. There was no flicker of electric light, no roar of machines, no relentless ticking of clocks on their walls. Their days began with the gentle kiss of the sunrise and ended under a blanket of stars. They held a quiet belief, a deep-seated truth, that the world beyond their protective hills was a place cursed by speed and consumed by greed. Life's lessons weren't found in books, but in the keen observation of the world around them. Children learned the ways of the world by watching their elders, their hands mimicking the ancient crafts and traditions. Their sustenance came directly from the same rich soil that cradled the bones of their forefathers, a sacred connection between life and death. When illness cast its shadow, they didn't reach for manufactured pills, but for the wisdom of the earth herbs gathered from the forest floor, whispered prayers that echoed through the valleys, and the profound healing power of patience. Every sound was a note in a grand symphony of a slower, more deliberate life. The rhythmic grinding of grain beneath a heavy stone, the familiar creak of a wooden door swinging on its hinges, the sigh of the wind as it combed through the ancient trees, it was all music. It was the soundtrack to a life lived with intention, a life where every moment was felt, not just counted. But then, one day, everything changed. A group of travelers, their boots dusty from a long journey, stumbled upon this hidden sanctuary. They were emissaries from another world, carrying with them strange artifacts, cameras with unblinking glass eyes, powerful lights that outshone the moon, and metal boxes that hummed with a nervous, alien energy. The villagers, who had never seen a smartphone, watched in awe, believing they were witnessing some form of powerful magic. One curious child, his eyes wide with wonder, pointed at a screen and asked, "Can it show the face of someone who is far away?" The question hung in the air, a bridge between two vastly different realities. The travelers stayed for a few days, their cameras diligently capturing every detail of this forgotten existence. They filmed the intricately carved wooden houses, weathered by countless seasons. They documented the soft, flickering glow of candlelit nights, where shadows danced and told stories. They recorded the pure, unadulterated laughter that echoed through the village, a sound born not from entertainment, but from genuine connection. They captured a world, but they didn't understand it. When they finally packed their strange devices and departed, leaving only footprints and faint echoes of their humming machines, a subtle but profound shift occurred. Something vital was broken. The villagers, once content in their peaceful solitude, stopped smiling with the same easy grace. The deep, uncheckable peace that had been their birthright for generations began to fray at the edges, like an old, beloved tapestry. Doubt, a seed planted by the visitors, began to sprout in the fertile ground of their minds. They started to question their reality, a reality they had never before questioned. Why did they live without the convenience of instant light? Why were there no doctors to mend their broken bones or soothe their fevers? Why did they never receive letters or news from the vast unknown world that lay just beyond their mountain fortress? Curiosity, once a gentle stream, became a raging river, washing away the calm that had defined them. One by one, the villagers began to leave. The young and the brave, filled with a yearning for the world they had only glimpsed, set off on a quest for the unknown. They were searching for the promises whispered by the glowing screens, for the life of speed and light they'd been told they were missing. With each departure, the village grew quieter. The communal fires, once the heart of their society, dwindled and died out one by one. The meticulously tended fields, which had fed generations, were slowly reclaimed by weeds. The vibrant echo of laughter that once filled the valley faded into a haunting whisper, a ghost of what had been. Today, that place still exists, a silent monument hidden in the folds of the mountains. It is a village of ghosts, forgotten by the world it so briefly touched. Only the old, dilapidated clock tower remains as a sentinel, its hands frozen in time at 1 minute past 12. It marks the exact moment when time, for this village, quite literally, stopped. And perhaps that is the poignant truth that lies at the heart of every civilization, every community, every one of us. When we forget how to live slowly, when we trade patience for pace and presence for progress, we risk losing the very rhythm that keeps us human. We gain the world, but we lose the quiet symphony of our own souls. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more explorations into the quiet corners of our world. We'd love to have you with us.